Emmak, you look like Duncan Mighty somehow. I don't know if it's in color or.
Okay, I don't know, but I'm not Duncan Mighty.
Oh yeah? Okay, we're live. Yay. Cha-ching. So I'll share the link. We usually use this first moments to share the link. One person is already there. Let me guess. Is it Loretta?
Loretta?
There's one person that I want to guess who that is.
Loretta?
My people are already waiting.
Oh yeah?
Alright, so country people, we have Emmanuel Shaibu. I don't know how to call him this name. Well, I know him with Emmak since I've known him. We have Emmanuel Shaibu, aka Emmak, the mouthpiece of the masses in the house.
Mashallah.
Today with us in our fireside chat. So you get to know him, you get to laugh, you get to tear your teeth, nothing will happen. But one thing I can show you with Emmak is that he will use the laugh to be telling you small wisdom. Small wisdom.
He's a wise
So
man.
this is what we hope to enjoy today from Emmak. Emmak,
Yeah.
Brian, you shared the link.
Yeah, I'm sending to you now. Please send to Emmak
Okay.
too.
So Emmak, this is the time that I will send you a link. That link you will send it to you copy it and paste on your Facebook if you like.
Okay, where are you sending it to? To the Facebook Messenger?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Loretta. I see you're already here.
Now the two.
Shout out to Loretta.
Okay.
Shout out to Loretta from Germany.
Yeah, today is Friday actually. Happy Friday. Wait, no, but those in Australia should be today is probably Saturday in Australia. They're in the future. The shout out to everyone. And today's Friday. When I was growing up, Friday wasn't special. But these days when Friday comes, I'm like, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Nobody really noticed maybe because you've grown up now with responsibility, you need to go to the office. Emmak,
Yeah.
I've sent you the link.
The link. Okay, let me
Yes.
just go. Let me just minimize. Go take it and.
No, Yawa. Everybody knows the drill here.
Okay, yeah, let me share it to
Everybody
you.
knows that this is a fireside chat. Yeah, so we're basically here to chat. We need to set up before we proceed. It's like maybe this is the time that they will give you like tea to drink. Did our forefathers had tea, right?
Yes, man. Those guys had all kinds of
Appetizers.
things. So
What do Africans used to take for appetizers?
a lot of things, man. Have you noticed that? What tribe is Nkwobi from?
Nkobi.
Yeah, Nkwobi.
Nkobi is Igbo, I think so.
Okay, have you ever seen people trying to perfect Nkwobi? It's already perfect, right?
Yeah.
So if you notice, most of the meals that came from our grandfathers, like they're always like perfect. Let's say if you look at potatoes, as time goes on, they're changing how they fry potatoes, maybe with the different kinds of oils and stuff. But the things that we got from our ancestors are perfect. We don't really change them. If you have noticed, in Cameroon we have Eru, we have different kinds of meals. Yeah, so just to tell you that those people had technologies that we would not even dream of. Like perhaps we have lost some of the things that they had, maybe the kinds of tea they drank and things like that. So
Yeah, you always hear the older folks, anytime you try to fix a traditional plate, they will tell you, oh, this thing is losing its quality.
yes, exactly. Those things are perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in terms of like tea, they probably had things that we don't even like know of today, because when I think when the Europeans came, one of the first things they did was to ban many of many of our own things that we had, be it drugs, because look at coffee now. Coffee is a drug, but it's good for capitalism. So that's why it's pushed
That's what I
out.
mean.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just share the link.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good.
Mashallah, I shared too. But Isaac, you see the point, right? Emmak, we're talking about. He was asking if our grandfathers, our ancestors used to have. Shout out Romik. If our ancestors used to have like tea or what, if they had those kinds of stuff, what were they drinking? So I was propounding that I think they even had things that we don't know of today, because when the Europeans came, they banned some of the drugs that our ancestors used to use, be it like mushrooms or some things that maybe that just the babayalos that know today. You see what I mean? Yeah, and something like coffee. Coffee is good for
Okay, yeah,
capitalism.
like from my place.
Uh-huh.
Okay, my place, I'm sure they drank Obiolo. You might not know what that is, but
What
they
is it?
drank Obiolo.
Tell us what's Obiolo.
Obiolo is like Kunu, but not Kunu.
Hmm. All
You
right.
understand? Not Kunu, because you know Kunu, you sieve out the chaff from it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but Obiolo has the chaff in it. So when you drink and you belly full.
Ah, so.
Which of the bellies is it the
Nas.
belly of the mind? Belly of the mind, or do you like get high, or like I mean,
Belly of the ancestors.
mashallah. Shout out to Aeromik. Aeromik, please feel free anytime you want to show up. Come, let's discuss. There's a lot to chat. Isaac Aeromik is he's from Cameroon too, and there's a lot to now. I think he's like an expert in fitness. I've actually seen him transform. Just imagine that one day you see me with ribs and
Yeah.
ripped or ripped and the rest. That
Yeah.
takes
I
a
see
lot of
with six
discipline.
packs.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Yeah, of
if
course.
you look back at the ancient times, since we're talking of ancestors, most of like kings, they used to be very built, well built. Even when you look at pictures of Plato, Socrates, like, and those Egyptians, like those people that had brains, they were well built. So when you see someone who is built,
Yeah.
man, it takes a lot of courage, a lot of determination. So I would really
Of
like to
course.
chat with someone that has
Of
gone
course.
through that. Like that change
Sure.
is amazing. So Aeromic, please, feel free anytime join us here.
Yeah.
It's not easy now. I've tried to jog a couple of times, do some push-ups. It doesn't last 2, 3 months. You will just find out the zeal has just disappeared. It's a whole lot of discipline. To really keep fit. But Emmak, you look fitted now. You look fit. Be like say they jog, they chop iron.
No, I not chop iron. I no jog. It's just that while in school, I was a gym instructor. Yes, I worked with
Eh,
Kabir Gym. Mm.
okay. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I
It's
worked.
like when we started, were you the one that was handling aerobics for Capital TV.
Yes. I did a little aerobics on Capital TV. In fact, I came to Capital TV through Hatia Miriam because she was a client at the gym.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
So he was
yeah, she
working out.
brought me.
So Emma,
She
you were
brought
working
me.
out.
okay.
Not right now, not right
Okay,
now
okay,
because
okay.
the radio work will not allow me to be working out. But of course, I'll create time to maybe once in a while go out, jog, and do a little push-ups. But it might
Mashallah.
not be good for me again because I have this sensitive, let me say, body that if I push up a little, I will just blow up. My body will just begin to show muscles here
Muscle.
and
Isaac,
there.
this man is very
Yeah.
funny. So that's why he doesn't work out. That's a
I
nice
tell you.
excuse. That's a very
So I don't
nice
just want
excuse,
to
Emma.
try it.
That's a very nice excuse,
I'm
Emma,
telling you.
to not work out. Like if you
Yeah.
work out, the least you do, you just blow up, so you don't just want to do that.
It is small.
You
You
see what
know,
I
So
mean?
how can we
my
two
wife.
have that kind of body? How can we two have that kind of body? Brian, I've got the joke now. How can we two have that kind of body that we just do small? Eh?
Isaac, you get the body.
I don't get that one. I don't get that one. I
You
don't
get the
get that
body.
one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Emmak in the house. He's already making us laugh.
Yeah,
I don't want Brian to laugh.
Isaac. Sorry, Loretta says you should go and work out, Joe.
Tell me I
Anyway,
go and work
continue.
out.
Yeah.
How about Loretta? This one is fitness now.
He has one
This
pack.
one is correct fitness now.
Loretta, the thing is that I heard somewhere that six packs, like no more in fashion is one
In
pack.
both, man.
No, it's one pack, one big pack.
Yes, this guy that beats this Nigerian. What's his name? Ruiz. That Ruiz, that Mexican.
Ruiz Junior. Yeah.
Ruiz Junior. The guy has no packs, man. And he fucking beat the
has no
shit
packs.
out of Andrew, what is the AJ?
Anthony Joshua. Yeah.
Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that guy
No
gave us
packs.
confidence.
But I
So
One
mean,
pack.
Loretta, that guy, it's not by having six packs. So
but anyway, but one pack. I mean, Anyway, let's continue.
I don't really know which one is one pack.
One pack is when you have your one pot belly now. You just have
Pot belly.
when you have your one pot belly, there's no app on it. Isn't that one pack?
Pot
So
Yeah,
anyway, yeah.
yeah. So, Emmak, a lot of people are
Yes.
you've shown up on the show since we put out the flyers. People have been so very interested to meet a comedian. You're very popular in northern Nigeria. Well, in this show we don't want to talk too much.
Yes.
You tell everybody who you are. Please, we want to understand your journey. There are people all over the world, young people, entrepreneurs, who want to be comedians, who want to learn how you got to become who you are. So please tell us, including the rough work. Yeah, take us on a journey to when you were 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12, to how old to how where you are today. Take us on that journey. How did you?
Okay.
What is the making of Emmak?
Okay. I'll do that quickly. Just like you said, Emmak, that's stage name, but real name Emmanuel Shaibu. Mhm. I was born in the barracks, army barracks in Kaduna. Barrack boys those days, lots of people don't see anything, just like saying, can anything come out, good thing come out of Israel? You know, uh, Barrack boys, you don't think anything good can come out of them or us because I was part of them way back then. I grew up, among the fourth. I occupied the fourth position among five children in the family, and things were very, very difficult. And I tell you, sometimes hardship brings out talent and giftings in people, and that was how things went from when I was born. I didn't know I will turn out to be like this, but via through divine providence, God made it possible for me to be this. I attended Army Children's School, you know, where I left in from primary 5 to GS1 from Army Children's School. And if you ask me to point out one of the people that taught me in primary school, I don't even recognize their faces because it's like we were not taught anything way back. But it's not true. It's, it's not true. It's just because of the playful part of me. I'm a very, very playful person. So I played all through primary school, and that's why
You can't
like
remember the face of
right,
your teacher.
not at all. We go through the window instead of going out through the door. You go through the window to during
So,
break and
do you mean that you were a criminal or you were very playful? Which one? Which one is it? Were you like a ruffian, a rascal, or which one is
Have you
not
was a
it?
not
ninja?
not yes, but I'm telling you, these are some of the things. It's like crossing obstacle now.
Uh,
If you understand what I mean,
mm,
and all of that. Talking about the way things were then, things were very, very rough, and we were able to go through all of that, and we went to secondary school. Secondary school, we went through, and we were still able to go to higher institution.
yeah.
You understand? And God has been helping us. But that barrack boy thing in me, I believe that's what brought about this. Because I'm an OAP on radio in Victor FM, or the Pigeon OAP. I present everything in Pigeon. And that is why I try to code switch. If you notice right now I'm speaking in English, but I tend to want to switch back to Pigeon because I'm very, very comfortable speaking Pigeon. You
So,
understand?
yeah.
So that was how we went through primary, secondary, higher institution. I attended Kaduna Polytechnic here in Kaduna, and after that, I everything about me is Kaduna. I really love my town, Kaduna. But when it came to the time that I was supposed to go for service, NYSA, my younger sister, who works with a colleague in Abuja, promised to help me influence it so I will serve in Kaduna because I had already started working with Ray Power FM in Kaduna. But it did not work. The man was just promising me. At the end of the day, I saw Sokoto. So that was how I went to Sokoto. Sokoto is far north and very hot. Kaduna is cool. Kaduna is a really cool town. And that's why they call Kaduna Garungwamna in Pidgin. It means the city of governors. Nearly every governor in Nigeria has a house in Kaduna.
Wow,
You understand?
excellent.
Yeah. So that was how everything went. Isaac, we worked together with Isaac now at Capital TV, where
Yeah.
I was presenting Laugh It Off. It's a comedy
Mm-hmm.
show, Laugh It Off. And
Mhm.
I had to bring in another idea of presenting in reggae, even though the patois I speak wasn't real patois. If you're a real patois, you will not understand what I'm saying because it's mixed with pidgin. You understand? If you're a real
Excellent.
Jamaican, you won't understand that.
Brian is a Jamaican.
What a
But
one,
Brian is
man.
a Rastafarian.
What a one, man.
if I speak the patois, he
uh,
will not understand
yeah,
anything,
I don't even
except if
understand
he understands
Jamaicans.
pidgin.
Like even Jamaicans, man, I find it hard to understand them. Like I met this, you meet a doctor that is a Jamaican. We were just chatting. What a one, man. Me come see you good. But it's nice. I
Yeah,
like the rhythm. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was how now I've been able to bring it up to high institution and work because I worked with Capital TV. It was from Capital TV I moved to Ray Power FM. Ray Power was the place. Capital TV was where we it was rough. It was very rough. Ray Power was the place where the the giftings began to come out. You talk on radio, people laugh, you talk on radio, people are happy. You talk on radio, you give hope to people that are hopeless. You understand? And that
Excellent.
was how the journey all went. And right now I'm Emmak of Invicta FM. And Invicta FM is about the hottest thing in Kaduna when it comes to mainstream media. Invicta is about the hottest thing in Kaduna. I saw one of the ratings, and Invicta is tops, So we try our best, but I still do everything in Pidgin. And I just hope people listening around the world will will try to understand me because in the course of this discourse, once in a while, I'll switch to Pidgin
Oga, would they
English,
speak
Pidgin
pidgin for
English.
here?
Please
Oh?
feel
So
free. It looks like you love pigeons so much. Please
that
feel
is
free.
that
Oga,
is
would they
speak
speak
Pidgin
pidgin?
here, man.
Oga, would they scatter
Ah,
am?
okay.
Nothing they happen. And
Uh,
I've come to understand that
uh,
if I've come to understand that the pidgin they speak for here is very similar to what they are speaking in Cameroon.
Yeah.
Very similar.
It's just the accent that is
in
probably
Cameroon,
different.
Mm.
seriously,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
It's
actually,
just that
the
Brian is an Ajabota. He has forgotten how
okay.
to speak the pidgin.
no, I've not forgotten. I don't forget how to talk pigeon. But the thing is,
You did
what pigeon be closer to Sierra Leone, like Sierra Leone's pigeon. The difference, I think, is the accent. Like the
Okay.
way we say in
okay
Cameroon is different. The way we pronounce words in Cameroon will be different from the way you pronounce in
in
yeah.
Nigeria.
I think in Nigeria, for example, you say I decom, but in Cameroon we'll probably say I decom. I decam like
Okay,
D I. Why
Yeah.
you guys will probably do
Yeah.
DEY. You
Yeah.
see what I mean?
Yeah, but we
yes.
still, but when the few times that we've spoken here and people that have had to come here, when they speak, I hear them very clearly, especially with Otto here. Yes,
Okay,
Emma, feel free to speak your pigeon at every point in time.
Pidgin.
This show is
Okay,
yes. Now,
Yes,
so
please.
if you
okay. I
anytime you
like
can
that.
speak your mixer,
I,
you like that, you
I
like that
like
like
that.
that. So now,
Abba Pidgin.
Moko try to understand you now.
Mm.
Waiting lead you to enter comedy. How you take start to
Comedy,
dey do comedy.
comedy. You see, at a point, I just discovered, say, even from secondary school, like back in JS2, JS3. I just discovered, say, when I talk in the midst of like five, six, seven friends, when I talk, and when every other person talk, when I talk, it make more sense to them and it make them laugh. You
That's a lot.
understand? When I
Mm-hmm.
discovered that, I sometimes it's unconscious. You just they talk your normal talk where you they talk and people they laugh. And to you, you are being serious, but
Yeah.
to them, it's very funny, very hilarious. So now, when men don't grow up to a certain age, we can't discover, say, this thing is actually a talent, is a gift from God. Not everybody talk and people laugh.
That's
Some
right.
people talk and get people annoyed. Some people talk and they sound arrogant. But you talk and you tend to make people happy and you tend to relieve people of their stress. So I just take them as my thing. And I hit stage proper in House on the Rock Church, Kaduna, where every crossover night, that's 31st December to 1st January, the church bring comedians that are not vulgar comedians. Of course, you can't do that in church,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, comedians that can do their thing in church and church people will still appreciate it. So I begin climb church stage. They do one or two things. People they roll for ground. You understand? So that and then all men come understand. Say this job, speaking and performing on stage as a comedian can put food on the table. So I just told that part and right now. In fact, when I come on radio as a Pigeon OAP on Invicta FM, if I talk for Pigeon, my brother, no be small thing. The way I take a dropper, man, the way I drop her, it could be as if I get one Pigeon dictionary for house. But it's just right now, it's a natural thing that I don't have to stress myself. I don't struggle to do. It just happens naturally. So I am of the
Hmm.
school of thought that comedy is not learned. You don't learn it. You don't learn it. And that is why the likes of Basket Mouth and Bovi, I see them as very, very good comedians because I see them as very natural. You
For
don't
me,
you don't learn this thing. You
yeah.
just do your normal everyday thing and you get people to laugh and roll on the ground. You understand? So that was how I got to begin the comedy thing. I discovered it and I just jumped on it and it's paying me because people pay serious money to, especially for events. When I go to anchor weddings and even corporate events, there are times that people want to unwind. When you are all serious, they will want you to come to the side of comedy too. So I double as a corporate MC and a comedian, but well
Mashallah.
Hmm.
dressed.
Hmm.
Wait, what do you mean that other comedians are not well dressed? Or those
No,
that
no,
are
there are some
coupled
that will
with?
clown for you. You see them with costumes.
Ah, okay, and the red nose. Yeah, I see.
You understand? You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, yeah. I see. I mean, yeah. Uh, uh, but about the part that is not learned, like you know, we 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 Africans, we most of the things that come naturally to us, we even like music. If you see someone like, let's say Richard Bona from Cameroon, or see like Fela, Nigeria and other
Okay.
people, they have that thing that is natural, but they also hone it. So is when you say it's not learned, do you mean that like someone like me, for example, I can't practice and be a comedian, or do you mean that like comedians themselves don't practice? So do you just wake up and do it,
Now,
or it's a whole ritual with the processes, the procedures that you have to really do to like master whatever it is you have to disseminate?
no, no. I want you to understand me
Yeah.
properly. You see, like you now, the few minutes we talked before we came on live,
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that you're a very funny person. That's how I feel.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes. Seriously, seriously, you're a very funny person. That's how it is. You,
Okay.
it's not that you can work on it,
Okay.
but
All
you
right. I
must
see.
have it first.
Okay. I see.
It's, let me
Okay.
look for trouble now. It's
Mm-hmm.
like Lionel Messi of Barcelona and
Uh huh.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You know, Lionel Messi, to me, he's a born footballer.
Okay.
He struggled less to achieve more.
Mashallah.
Ronaldo, on the other hand, is also talented, but not as talented as Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
So
I see.
Ronaldo will do triple of what Lionel Messi will do to
Okay. I
get
see.
same
Yeah.
result.
Yeah. I see.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have the comedy thing in you first, then you begin to work on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you
Right.
don't have it from the onset, if you don't have it naturally, you
Okay. Yeah. I see.
struggle.
I see.
Yeah.
Mashallah. Yeah.
And
But
people will not laugh.
perhaps
You go to
That's the
stage.
problem.
someone can laugh that others are not laughing. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
And
Continue.
if they don't laugh, you return money.
Hmm.
You return money.
You return money. Yes, they get taken now. After collecting gate fee and the people come there gathered and you don't make them laugh, you go return money or you give them change.
What if they're not able to laugh? Like you meet somebody that is very angry. Anyway, that brings to mind then you as yeah I now understand that by inborn or like by that natural talent you
Yeah.
it's some kind of effortless thing, but
Yeah.
and it's coupled with training because like if you go back to like Chinese thought, they have this idea of wu wei, which is non-doing, but the only thing it really means you have practiced so much so that there's no difference between practice and doing or doing and
Okay.
practicing. Just like when the heart beats, like the heart beats, you don't make your heart beat. It's just like
It
what's that
beats.
thing in biology? I forgot it. They just beat. So when you practice so much, you become like your heart, your other systems that God made that just work naturally.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
enforce it. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so now with that talent, if you go and you see someone really angry, do you consciously try to make them laugh? And do you also, as a comedian, understand human beings so much so that you can see someone and see through them and maybe see some sadness that they have and stuff like that?
Okay. Yeah. When people are angry, you should common sense should tell you that these people need space.
Ah,
You understand? You don't force people to laugh.
okay.
You can be very funny and people will not laugh, depending on the situation at that time. For example, the person might have just lost someone. You come trying to make such a person laugh. It's a grievous moment. Such a person will not laugh. So
Bite.
point no day there to they try to make person where they vex laugh. But
Okay.
if you are very funny, if
Mm-hmm.
you're very funny and you
Mm-hmm.
are not struggling to make such a person laugh,
Mm-hmm.
doing your natural thing. You understand?
Yeah.
When you are trying to make someone laugh, it becomes an issue.
Okay.
But you're just being natural. It's possible that person begins to laugh. You can be on one side, and the person is that person that is very angry is not part of your discussion, and you talk.
Mashallah.
The
Mashallah.
person might be laughing on one side. It's possible the person is angry outwardly, but
Yeah, NEPA. Oh, it's internet pa.
This one internet pop pop.
you
Mm-hmm.
What's the opposite?
you can
Oh,
laugh
okay.
with it.
Yeah. It looks like your village people were on your neck.
Let
Oh. You were about to reveal one secret. They cut the internet.
they don't want that
No,
secret
so
to go out.
you can angel of God said she's gonna okay, is the network of
Yeah,
Sarah
yeah.
thing,
Never.
but
We used to
you
think
know,
that I used to think it's the Russians. Isaac told me that it's like village people. Like your village people are behind you. So
I'm following you everywhere. I'll put her in your gari. So
no, no, no.
So let me just take you a little bit back. You talked about your hard background, the hardship background, the difficult
Yeah.
background. Can
Mm.
can you can you explain to us? Can you give us a scenario, or how did that hardship transform you into a comedian?
Okay. Yeah. You see, real comedians, natural comedians. I don't know about others around the world, but Nigerian comedians, check them. Is it Bovi? Is it AY?
Me.
Is it Sheyi Law? And the rest of them, all of them, none of them come from rich family now. You understand?
Yeah.
See, there are areas, you know, you have the GRAs, areas where the harbor, the coral. When you go to GRA, where their houses they are well defined, you can have street numbers and all of that. You're looking for someone in the GRA. You just go to number 5B, Kinkino. You go to number 8A on Gwanrimi. But when you get to the ghetto, you don't nobody gives you number now. Now phone they serve. Those days you go come the area, you go come the ask of the person papa. You
Mm-hmm.
say,
Yeah, yeah,
I beg una know papa ima
yeah,
we been school for army children's school, you did primary four.
yeah.
And that boy we they like barbing hair. So okay, that's one. They go come. You understand?
Mashallah, yeah.
Now, comedy, raw comedy comes from the ghetto. I don't know
Yeah.
about Europe and Asia and other places, but I'm talking Nigeria now. Raw comedy comes from the ghetto. So now we get them. And that is why in Nigeria, when you're trying to make people laugh, you switch to pidgin. If you try to crack joke for English, I'm telling you, you go hard. You go hard.
Yeah.
But in pidgin, you hit it very well. You get it. You get your lines. You want to punch it. You get your punch line and you drop it. So Bovie speak good English. Basket Mouth speaks good English. But when it comes to that stage, my brother, and they
A
switch
pigeon.
back to comedy. So that was how it all happened. Yes, now pigeon now, it must be pigeon. It can't be anything but pigeon. And that was how from where we grew up, like in my primary school those days, because we don't like staying in class. It affected me to higher institution because I hated mathematics. You
That's the
understand?
best.
Because we
That's the
don't
best
learn them
subject,
from
man.
small.
That's the best subject in
You
the whole
understand?
world.
Don't mind Brian.
Mathematics. We don't
Yes.
we don't like math.
I tell you, you get one. When I was in,
uh,
I want to give one story on mathematics. Be like saying at secondary school where I did, when I passed mathematics, and the pass
yeah.
when I passed, be like saying at 49 I get over 50 over 100. Where they give me E or something. My mom still cook special food for me. You don't even know say that 49 where I pass. Now copy I copy.
You don't understand. So, but when you're talking about mathematics, I'm telling you, when these big men children they meet us for classroom for high institution, they deal with us well because them from their grassroots, from primary school, you already you begin to understand these things. But we now for secondary school, we go begin try out mathematics now because you have to combine it with
But that means say your own stubbornness now. That means say your own stubbornness. That's why you don't learn it.
Of course now. Yes, now with the follow window come out from class now.
Where would I the follow window? Where teacher they own at the follow window come up from class?
That class where we say teacher go tell you say one flog you, you fly window come on. You understand? The teacher know. In fact, it got to a point where we we call for holidays ourselves in school. Those days way back.
You see,
School no be calendar.
you see,
It's not. You don't understand. It's not time for holidays. We organize
You see, now why that be they ask if you be funny man or like ruffian? You see.
Organize for holidays ourselves. Let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
So we if we are tired of school and we want to go on break, we'll just organize ourselves. Stubborn boys now in school, we just shout, "Bomber, bomber, bomber, bomber!" They are coming to steal children. Then every the school will just scatter everywhere, will be rowdy.
Yeah.
Then parents go say, okay, they're not going to want their children for school for so weeks. We'll go out, go to play
Wow.
until after house tire us. Maybe our parents will begin to beat us again because we're stubborn at home.
They send you
We'll
back
come
to
like
school.
school.
Mashallah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
things like that. But those, when you look back and remember all of these things that we did, it's really, really funny. And these were some of the flavors that we add to whatever script we're writing.
Okay.
And it gives us very good comedy. When you go, Ajabo don't have the stories. For you to be a good comedian, you must have story to tell. So it's just about storytelling.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean in college my roommate was a comedian, and he used to practice. And one thing I've noticed with most comedians is their, because like you said, you actually relate to stories, and literally when you're relating things you're actually doing analogies, right? Like you,
Yeah.
yeah. So and those who do analogies, it takes a lot of brain power. So comedians are very smart people, like very
I'm
very,
telling you.
because it takes a lot of, it's you have to create a scene in your head, but you are not just creating the
Yes.
scene, you have to season it just like a cook would season meat with some kind of what is it, jangsang, or any kind of spice. You have to season it in a way that the people can laugh. So I mean, and then some comedians, just when I see Basket Mouse face, he doesn't need to talk. I just start
You
laughing.
know?
I don't know why.
True.
You see what I mean?
True.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful field. But and then there's this thing they say that comedians are the saddest people. Like, how do you as a comedian reconcile your craft and then your humanity? Especially when it comes to mental states like depression and acceptance and things like that.
Okay. I don't know where you got that from. That comedians are the saddest
Yeah, in
people. I
America,
don't
like
know.
Robbie. You remember Robbie? Is it Robbie Williams? He died depression.
Yeah, Robbie Williams. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then a couple of other comedians. And I used to go to comedy clubs in DC. It's really it's good therapy. Like when you work Monday to Friday, you just go to a comedy. You laugh until your head becomes light. So like I've
Okay,
been around
that's
comedians
that's
for a while.
that's
Yeah.
American. You
Yeah.
understand? That's
Yeah.
America. In Nigeria, we don't die of depression.
Yes. True.
Yes, we don't die of depression. In fact, depression will push you to hustle more. Yeah, we don't die of
Mashallah.
depression. Like in a friend in Malaysia, a friend at school in Malaysia was gisting me
Yeah.
how a Malaysian guy came, saw his girlfriend with another guy from the 10th floor. He jumped and just crashed on the floor. You understand? In Nigeria, we don't do that. If you see your girlfriend with a guy, your girlfriend cheating, you beat her.
So you see the ruffian, Isaac. You see the ruffian and the ninja. Yeah. You don't go and sample yourself and just off yourself, man. Like I mean, anyway. Yes, yes.
Your girlfriend.
But in Nigeria, I heard that I have this friend that was teaching me wisdom. I have this friend that she has a restaurant, and I used to learn from her. So she told me that an Igbo man, he can only beat you if you take his money. There is a Yoruba man that will really be heartbroken because of a woman. Is that true, Isaac?
I was busy laughing,
Oh,
man. I
sorry,
can't
sorry,
actually
man. Yeah, sorry, man. We are laughed it off
Yeah,
so far.
please tell
Yeah,
me again. Tell
yeah,
me
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You said how you said in Nigeria.
That I also heard that in Nigeria, like, it's an Igbo man that those who get angry because of women, or like you take their women and they get pissed at you, is a Yoruba man. For Igbo man, you have to make him mad. You have to take away his money. If you take his
Yes.
girlfriend, that one is your business.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's still typical now. It's the Yoruba people that know how to play love now. But you concern what's the business of an Igbo man with say his girlfriend break his heart? How can she even break his heart?
Yeah.
She can't break his heart. The only way she can break his heart is when
It's
she
still his
tampers with
money.
his money.
Mm.
So Imak,
Eh?
come on
Yeah.
for you.
Mm.
So
No,
that so
no,
you're saying
no, not be like that. I want you to understand me. I'm not talking me now.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
understand?
For,
I'm not talking me now. I'm talking what boys do. Why boy go kill himself because girl cheat now?
yeah. You off
You
yourself.
understand? Guy is not supposed to kill himself because girl cheat.
Even
You
Yoruba
you
man.
you talk to her and move on. Like me, I get this blend of ghetto and Ajebo now
Uh-huh.
because of school and
Mm.
all of that. So person don't understand some things.
So you be
But
hybrid.
you can't find a Nigerian man anywhere go hang himself or jump from where the upstairs dey. No be when you even get story building you go jump. You understand?
Even Yoruba man.
Yoruba man go kill himself because of woman. I don't think Yorubas do that. If Yoruba
Okay.
man wife in girl cheat, not wife now, in girl cheat, I think what he does is you talk about it in a very loud tone. Yes, but you don't
Brian was
Okay,
jump.
giving
okay.
an example. Brian was giving an example that he heard that in Nigeria, it's a Yoruba man that when his girl cheats, that he will get angry. But Igbo man is except you touch his money before he go vex.
Yeah, you cheated his
Okay.
wife, he will not even see you. He will not even notice.
Yoruba man, but Isaac, you know this thing now. Yoruba man know they hold on to woman strongly like the Hausa man.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
You
yeah.
understand? Because like far north, when you dey see these kule houses, like where they don't allow you to enter as a man, the Hausa man house, and that is just a way of protecting their women.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see,
you,
I
un-
see.
you,
Yeah.
you understand? So, but Yoruba men, if you cheat, Yoruba man go, when I go quarrel on the matter,
Okay,
a
small
very
beating to
high,
be cover for
very loud
corner.
tone.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
You
There's
understand?
some questions, Mark. Um,
Okay.
from Loretta. Loretta, shout out to Loretta. Hi, Loretta. Loretta says, anyway, Sha, you don't marry because I should say your wife ribs down scatter.
Jesus.
No. I know they Loretta, I know they beat beat woman, but my wife get a way of drilling me. Instead, um, my wife, anytime we get issues with my wife, you understand? My wife go, she go just threaten me, say she will leave me, and I love my wife so much.
Yeah, I think she was asking too based on how funny you were, like because if she's laughing all the time, he gonna need extra ribs. You see, like I mean, just imagine laughing.
All right,
You
yeah.
laugh like you know how some people take
That
paracetamol
if she
too.
threaten me, say she will leave me.
Ah,
For Nigeria, for America, now small picking go carry you go court now, or for Europe. But for Nigeria here, our children we dey trash them.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
understand? We dey flog them, spare the rod and spoil the child. If you understand them.
Yeah. Well,
Well, that's
Yeah, Loretta too meant like from how funny you are, like your wife with you is probably like in the morning she will take laugh just like how people take medications. You laugh in the morning, laugh in the evening, laugh in the afternoon. You see, like how people
My
take Panadol. So if she's beside you, she'll probably be laughing all the time, and her ribs then she'll need like extra ribs.
extra ribs, bam.
Yeah. So
My
how is
wife,
she
you
coping?
see, funny enough, bam.
Yeah.
My wife too now one funny human being.
Ah.
She be. You understand? You need to see my kids. My children are funny. Sometimes we'll sit, my son will make I and my wife laugh. The
Mashallah.
thing they blood, it flow for veins. You understand? It's not as if that's going back to what I said before. It's a
Yeah.
natural thing. Being a
Yeah.
comedian, being funny, is natural. If you understand it, you harness it, you work on it, and build
village people have come again.
Yeah.
I really
and build very strongly. Because people are depressed and
Yeah.
they just want something to make them laugh. As I dey make my wife laugh, Now, so my wife too, they make me laugh. In fact, my house, would they play very well. Everybody funny from my house. I get
Mashallah.
3 children, a girl and 2 boys.
You know the
They
joke.
are all funny.
Mashallah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
Brian, I thought you wanted to read a comment. So,
Yes, yes. There is another one from Edward. Hi, Edward. Edward says, "Why are Nigerians from Wari? Or is it Wari or Wari? So funny. Are you from Wari?"
No, you know, pigeon
Yeah.
resides in Warri.
Ah.
Yes, hardcore pigeon resides in Warri.
Mhm.
But uh, what we now understand is official pigeon is not the Warri pigeon.
mm,
You understand? The official acceptable pigeon that we use as radio presenters is not the Warri pigeon, because the Warri pigeon is a fusion of this our kind of pigeon and their tribal slangs.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I see.
it's not acceptable on radio because it sounds as if they're speaking their language.
Yeah. Yeah. True. I
And
see.
that's not very acceptable officially. Official radio pigeon that you can work with is the normal pigeon that, like what okay, make I switch to pigeon now. This one way I did take talk, so
Yeah.
you know, where I go talk, everybody go understand, say, okay, see waiting I did talk. That's not the pigeon will be say they accept. If you
Ah.
listen to BBC pigeon, that this pigeon they drop there.
Yeah.
And not that pigeon where we say then go they drop gribo gragbi for inside.
Like
You
this
know,
guy.
not everybody will understand that.
Yeah. Like this
yeah,
guy.
So on worry,
Mhm.
okay.
Sorry.
but you find
Like
out that a
Parara,
lot of
right? You know
major
Parara?
comedians in but
Sorry.
Brian, you
You know
want to say
Parara?
something?
You know Parara? Parara, who has he has a talk show. You don't know Parara? He's a comedian. He speaks pidgin, then he starts. I get lost when he starts adding the dialect. So he will say
Okay.
something, and then he
You
starts
understand what I'm
explaining, and
saying?
then I'm like, I really want to continue, but I stop where the pigeon stops, and then he continues in his dialect, and there's that
You
blank.
understand?
Yeah, yeah, I see what
Yeah,
you mean.
you
Yeah,
understand. It's a problem.
but I wanted to ask Emmak that if you look at the pigeon the comedy industry in Nigeria, most of the people that have been most successful are either people from Wari or people that have lived in Wari or something. If I'm correct, I have a
No,
lot of
it's not true now. Look at it well now. Look at it. It's not AY. AY. Okay. Yeah, AY is worry. Shaylo is not worry now. And it's very strong. Teju
Anyway.
Babyface is not worry now. And
mm,
another strong comedian there.
Mhm.
You understand? Although there, what people should also understand is there are stage comedians and there are radio comedians. You
Okay.
understand? They are
Yeah.
stage comedians and they are comedians that you find on radio. Like myself now, I don't do so much on stage. What I do is I do more on events, on my events, during my events, and not on stage. But I do so much on radio. I have a program on radio every day, Mondays to Fridays. Ogidi Ikoto. That's the name of the program.
Ogidi
Very
Ikoto.
Mashallah.
Ogidi Ikoto
Ogidi Ikoto.
is a very, very funny
What
program
does that mean? Ogidi
on a
What does that
daily
mean?
channel.
Ogidi Ikoto.
Solid enjoyment.
I wanted to
Eh?
guess, but anyway.
Solid enjoyment.
Solid enjoyment. Okay.
Solid enjoyment. Ogidi
Yes.
Okoto.
Ogidi
Ogidi
means solid.
Ikoto. Okay.
Ikoto means enjoyment.
Ekoto.
Hmm.
Ogidi Ekoto.
What tribe
You
is that?
understand? No, it's not a tribe. That's where we come in. We
Ogidi.
coin these words ourselves.
Mashallah.
Now
Mashallah.
so
You understand? We
Yeah.
coin
so
it. We coin it. I don't know. We create words in pidgin, and this is how it works for us radio presenters, pidgin OAPs.
Yeah.
We create words, give to the public, give it a meaning, and they run with it. They accept it. because it sits well with them. Now, when you tell somebody, Omo, I go want make your ikoto or gidi wewe, it means I want make your enjoyment solid wewe.
Solid. Oh, I see. I
Jesus
see. Yeah.
Christ.
Mashallah.
Yeah, nice.
You understand? We create these words. You understand?
Oh, get it.
Like there's another word, udemtele.
Udem tele.
Yes, I know you must have not heard it.
Yeah, I
Udemtele.
don't.
It's a pigeon word I created. You understand? And it means you don't start.
Udem
So
tele.
I use
Brian, are you
yeah,
learning? Udem
Yeah.
tele.
Oh, get it. Them tell
udemtele.
I'm
I
learning,
use
man.
that during when I'm making pigeon jingles.
Uh-huh.
You understand?
Them tell.
Sometimes you use it as the opening. Udemtele. This one they happen for Kaduna on the 15th of February,
Wow.
2020.
Mashallah. With them tell on top of
Yeah.
spaces, Emmak will be there. 2020. With them tell Gidi.
You understand?
Like I don't know. I don't know whether you
Mashallah.
guys listen to. You have the signals of Human Right Radio gets to Kaduna. You know, remember our owner Ahmed Isa,
Of course, of course.
Oga driver. He has his own that is
Yes.
oh lo lo. Wait, stop.
Um, ham, lamb. Oh,
Yes.
lo, lo, lo. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. These are words you create. You understand? He's a master of the game too. And he is not worried. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, okay. And
You
as a
understand?
comedian, right? And one of the barriers to creativity is the human himself. And in some cultures they'll call it the ego. I don't mean it in a negative sense. I mean it in the sense that you have a solid picture of who you are. Let's say you know yourself as somebody that is funny, or you know yourself as somebody that you know, like people that iron their shirts and then their trousers and you see a very straight line. So that person,
Yeah.
that's actually a projection of his whole mental foundation, right? And I think that's an ego right there, right? So
Yeah.
now once
Yeah.
now when you come to be creative, for you to say like Ogidi Ekata or them tele, those things require you to dissolve the image of who you are and focus on that activity, right? So as a comedian, when you're cooking your works, like how do you dissociate yourself from the image of who you are? Unless yes, you're a comedian, but how do you like differentiate or dissociate yourself, the creator, from yourself, the person that we know from like and then how does that, because normally when you're doing that you probably think, how will people think of this, will it be funny to them, all of, so you see how the ego steps in again. So how do you separate yourself from that craft until you can produce something that is like universal or generic enough that people can enjoy without you stepping in your own way, if that came out right?
Okay. I I believe that I am supposed to know because I have been able to understand the comedy thing very well.
Okay.
So I know when joke is funny. Like I listen to other comedians too that are very funny. I've mentioned a few names here, and I've not mentioned everybody. There are lots of comedians in Nigeria, even here in Kaduna where I live. There
Uh-huh.
are lots of comedians. Now, what I'm saying is, if a joke will be funny to people,
Yeah.
I should know. We do lots of practice.
Okay.
I write my jokes because it's given by God. The inspiration comes and you write quickly. If you don't write, you forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So the inspiration comes. When it comes, I write. I write down and I rehearse it. Now, for it to be funny, they talked about spicing it up.
Yeah.
That's when you get into the character, the attitude of the comedian,
Okay.
not
Okay.
your real self.
All right. All right.
I'm
I see.
Emmanuel now. I'm Emmanuel Shaibu. But when I want to do the proper Emmak thing,
Yeah.
you know, I begin to spice it up. I change my voice a bit and I get into that character of the comedian. And it works really well for me. There are some that I wrote that I just dumped now because I wrote them, but I tried performing it to myself in my room and it did not work and I threw it away. and I used the one that worked in the public. You understand?
Yeah.
The essence of these jokes is to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't make them laugh, you
Yeah.
begin to sound stupid. Yeah,
You be like a
face
businessman that
is
does not
so
want to sell.
it must be very, very funny. It
Okay.
must be very, very funny. And there's one other thing that I noticed now, and this is away from what you asked.
Yeah.
Some comedians get too excited. You understand?
From their own
It's
jokes, from
something
the
that
crowd, or what? What will get them excited? Or is it like weed,
when you drop your
alcohol?
first joke,
Uh,
you understand? You
yeah.
drop your first joke and it's very, very funny to people and they laugh. You drop the second and it's also very funny. Might not be as funny as the first or even more funnier than the first one.
Yeah.
You should understand timing and when to stop
Mashallah.
and when to stop. And it's advised that you leave the stage when the ovation is loudest.
Mashallah.
You leave the stage. But some don't understand all of these things. You just want, because the people are laughing, you keep going and going and going until when you begin to sound whack, you begin to sound dry. You understand this thing? It's better when these things are short. You make it
Mashallah.
short and you just go away. But lots of comedians, I tell you, don't understand it. So when I sit in a panel to
Mm.
audition some, I just advise you understand the peak of your joke. If you peak at a very high point where the people are shouting and they need more, run away, run away.
Oh boy,
Because
this thing is like whoa. So you mean that like it's like you give a punch, bam, and then when the person is like you run away, my friend. That's like
you
I
run
mean.
away. You should know when to run away. You should know when to run away. And also, you don't take me by surprise. You
Uh-huh.
understand? I
Yeah.
come for an event and,
Mm.
just to come enjoy myself and listen to other people. And
Yeah.
suddenly, you hear the MC yelling up there. Emmak has just entered the building. Let's bring Emmak up stage. I no go climb that stage where I take go beg you. You understand?
Yes, yes, yes.
Because now there you go. You know, you go fall hand for that kind of place. So I know go climb your stage. We prepare before we come on stage. You don't just wake up and go on stage.
So
Mashallah.
that means
You
that you don't
understand?
do stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy right now, because of my engagement on radio, I don't do. I it's been a while. It's been a while. But on radio, that Ogidi Koto, it's
Mm.
another stage.
Mashallah.
It's
Yeah.
another stage, and it's
Mashallah.
every day,
Wow.
Mondays
Wow.
to Fridays. We we come on radio,
Mm-hmm.
and in fact, people just wait for us to come on radio with that program because there are segments there on the program. It's a 1 hour program.
Wow.
The first segment is question. You understand? We drop
Pushing,
the
pushing.
question. After the question, then
Pushing,
we
pushing.
go to
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
business codes. We help encourage people to do business. We
Mashallah.
we go to business codes, but in a very funny way. We
Mm-hmm.
talk about that, just trying to educate people. We drop 2 business codes and we move to uh, help my hustle. Help my hustle is a part of the program. There are 4 segments, 4 elements in the program. Pushing, the business code, just 2 codes. Then we go to help my hustle. It's the help my hustle. Now people will come and say, help my hustle. Then you tell us what you do, your business, what you sell. Then on radio, we give your phone number for people to call you and patronize you. And the last of the program is Amebo. If you
Amiibo.
know what Amebo is gossip. We
Mm.
we at that point we refer to the callers. At that point, callers will call in and contribute based on the story we drop. So we refer to the callers as Amebo at that point. When you call, we say, Amebo, welcome. Waiting be your contribution on top this matter.
Mm-hmm.
Then they will begin to talk.
Mashallah.
So that's
Are you the architect of the whole setting? Because people like gossip. You put gossip the last. So when they're like itching, you just say, "We'll see tomorrow." You see, my friend, you're
no,
using
no,
this
no, no,
here.
no.
Because gossip is
I
like the peak of like today's entertainment, actually.
Yes, we use gossip to close the program
Okay.
because that's like the peak. But the question to open,
Yeah.
it's also very strong because you bring on issues, topics that stories that will hold your listener
Okay.
down. And there is a crazy DJ that plays during the program. For me, in the midst of all of these things, I'm telling you, we use music as transition from one element to the next, and the DJ is good. We call him celebrity DJ Femfad.
Wow.
Very good DJ. So he comes in between to play. But when it gets to Amebo, we open phone line for people to call, and the people are eager and itching every day waiting for Amebo. You drop,
Wow.
and the stories, they are very weird stories, and they
Absolutely.
love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you do that
So
every day, man. Sorry, Isaac. Continue.
yeah, so Ima, I've seen you being involved in a lot of issues. There was one time somebody went to climb transformer or something, electric shock arm. Somebody went to fix NEPA, or somebody went to steal NEPA pole. Was it in Narai? Somewhere in
Yeah.
Kaduna. I see you involved in people in community things. How do you use your comedy and on your radio? You know, to bring about community development. I mean, I think that is what you also do on your programs in Evita. Tell us more. How do you do that?
Yes, when it comes to that community development and helping the I don't want to say downtrodden, the people in the communities, the masses. When it comes to the masses, it's a serious business and not jokes anymore. You understand? And that's a program I do 7 to 8 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The program is called Waka Waka. And I go to, you know what that means now? I
Mm.
waka to places everywhere around the state to to hear from the people, record their voices, bring back on radio for other people to hear, and for the government of the day to know what the people are going through. That's serious business. But in the midst of all of that, because I say the comedy thing is natural, once in a while you get a feel of the comedy thing in what I'm doing. But I quickly get back very serious. And we they get result well. We
Yeah.
get results well. Communities will cry on the program. They complain that they don't have transformer, and I'll quickly speak with like in Kaduna. There are distribution companies in Nigeria, about 11 of them. You have the Edo, you have the Kaduna Electric, you have the Eco Electric, and all of that, and Abuja Electric. Kaduna is Kaduna Electric. So I speak with them directly. I have my contacts. I speak with them to help and give these people meters, transformers, because it's the right of the people to get these things. It's like a telecoms company putting on masts, and other things to enable people get their network,
Yeah.
and the people pay in return. You
Yeah.
understand? So for you to come to the people and serve them bills, at the end of the day, you must do these things. But it's not like that with the power sector.
Yeah.
Like the Kaduna Electric, the transformers are not there. So sometimes people contribute money to buy transformers for
Absolutely.
themselves. So I stand against all of these things. I will come on radio and tell the people not to contribute a dime to buy transformer. And at the end of the day, the distribution company, yes, that's Kaduna Electric in Kaduna, they will later give the people transformer after serious talk on the issue. There are other issues like issues of regarding roads and water. You understand? These are basic things that you should give to the people, and you collect bills, no problem. You charge the people and they pay you, but you discover that these things are not there. So on the program, people they complain seriously. Our road is bad. Come help us, and I go to the area But one thing I do also is make sure that the people are saying the truth, because there's this tendency for the people to lie to you, maybe just trying to run down the government
Yeah.
of the day. I don't take that, because you see, it's a very sensitive role I play.
Yeah.
I'm on radio, the people complain to me, and I take their complaints to the government. So if you say you don't have road in your area, I come take report. I go see for myself, and I'm sure that you don't have road, and I begin to talk with authority because I'm an eyewitness there. So
Mashallah.
road issue, like
Mm.
the power issue you talked about, people go steal, vandalize electric installations. We talk about it on radio. We discourage people from doing it, because you are in turn, affecting yourself and your people. And we're
Mashallah.
getting, I'm telling you, we're getting serious results. I cannot count. We're getting results. Government is trying, individuals are doing it. Today, this morning on my program, I brought the guy live on radio. He talked, the road where he lives was very bad, and he spoke to his neighbors to help him, to join him in fixing the road, since the government is not coming there anytime soon. And the people did not respond, and the guy did it himself. So in encouraging people and encouraging him, I brought him live on radio to come talk about it. So that's how I just try to get people to do the right thing. You understand, on the
Mashallah.
program. That's another program, not Ogidi Koto now. This is called Waka Waka, 7 to 8 a.m.
Mashallah.
Is a drive time program. People drive to work and listen to the program on, like, through their car stereos.
Wow. Do you get to make enemies? Because, man, like, if you are the middleman between like people and the government, as you notice, someone will lie somewhere. Just like you have two kids that go to report. One slaps the other. They go to report to the parent. You hear two different stories and stuff like that. So, do you get to make enemies in this whole almost kind of conflict resolution things? And how do you handle all of that?
Not everybody will love what you do. Not everybody will like what you do. And me, I don't decide. It's a deliberate thing. I don't decide, say, I would dey the side of the people. Not taking everything the people say to me on the program, hook, line, and sinker. But seriously, in Nigeria, the people are going through a lot of things. Like recently, the pump price of petrol, fuel increased, and power too. They increased their tariff, and people are complaining seriously. And the minimum wage is something else.
Yeah.
So we try to strike a balance here. When you talk to the people, you talk to the leaders, you talk to the government, and that's what makes the program serious. I don't take side with the people, because sometimes the reason why the program is called Waka Waka is because we have to go there. When you report an issue to us on the program,
Yeah.
we need to come confirm, because sometimes we discover that the people don't tell you the truth. Like you said, when two children fight, you tend to hear different stories coming out of the issue. So we go there, confirm, and we ensure that what this person has said is true. By the time we're sure of that, whichever government ministry, department, or agency that is responsible to solving this problem, we go to them and we bring them on. And if they refuse to listen, because we take the bull by the horn, we push to get these things done. It's not easy. You understand?
Yeah.
But not like the question you asked.
Give us
Not
an
every time
instance.
the
Give
people
us an
tell me the
instance.
truth,
Give us an
but I
instance where you
try.
had to push. Give us an instance where you saw a problem in a community, you approached the government, they were reluctant, and you pushed.
Yeah.
Describe to us vividly. Let our listeners understand, get the picture.
Okay. There, in Nigeria, there are private schools and there are government schools. Private owned schools and government owned schools. Now, there's a government school in Sabo. called Government Secondary School, Sabo. You understand? We got complaint and we went there. There are no chairs in the classrooms. Not some classrooms have, but most of the classrooms don't have chairs. So we brought it because we saw it. We took pictures. We came back on radio and started talking about it. We pushed and pushed and pushed that the government should give them. There is no child that will sit on bare floor and concentrate. Some
Yeah.
of them get tired sitting on bare floors and they hang, they just perch on the window. And when they get tired, even when the teacher is still teaching, they just go home because it's not easy to sit on bare floor and learn. So we pushed, and suddenly the Ministry of Education, there's this professor, uh, Andrew Knock, Andrew Knock, the former commissioner of education in Kaduna. He came, they brought like 600 chairs to that school. That was even more than enough for the school. They brought, and the teachers, because they knew what we've been doing, they reported, and now we've pushed and result has come. They called us to come and witness the commissioning and and all of that about the chair. So we went there. It was a ceremony. We went and we covered it, and the professor said he sneaked into the school to see for himself because he did not know that the chairs in the school has gone all bad and the children are sitting on bare floor. So when he went there, while addressing the crowd, he said he sneaked and he saw it himself that there are no chairs in the classrooms. That was why they brought 600 for that school.
Wow.
And we got results. We recorded and brought it back on radio again.
Good.
You
Wow.
know,
That's all right.
Sometimes for people like us, I mean, journalists, people, public speakers,
yeah.
people who are media men like us. Sometimes there is the fear that they say, these people, they will go and collect money from the government. How do you feel
Mm.
about that? How do you walk along that in your line of work?
Yeah, the people are beginning to believe me because I am walking the talk. You understand? When I say it, I do it. Now I am bold to the point where I come on radio and I say, if I come to your office as a politician and beg you for money, call my program and disgrace me. I say that on radio. You
Mashallah.
know, it sounds like I'm pushing too far, but that's how you gain trust from your people. I come on radio and I say I cannot beg politicians. I'm with the people because most times these promises from politicians on campaign platforms don't really happen. So when I say that on radio, the people tend to believe me, and uh, I I can also tell you here authoritatively that most times I give account numbers on radio and people pay money, people I don't see. It's like crowdfunding. I'll come on radio and say, okay, this December we're going to feed 1,000 women. We want people to contribute money, and they contribute money. It's because they trust me. Now, based on
Mm,
what I do on the program with my producer, they trust us and they know that we will do these things. So you
mm,
see that begins to kill the issue of this one can go and collect money from a politician, because on radio I say it. If you're a politician, don't bring your money because I'll not collect. Instead, use the money to work for the people. We say that. You see, I've been able to build trust, and the people really, really trust what we do on radio.
yeah,
Mashallah.
Brian.
Yeah, I mean, well, with all the work that you do and you do that every day, that's practice. So it means the comedian in you has six packs. You know
Yeah, it's
So
really
it's
strong,
true.
bro.
You see, Emmak, it's true that you know that Brian is a comedian.
I'm not a comedian,
He
man.
is
I'm just
now. I tell
imagining.
you. I told you.
You
Brian
said it
sounds very.
now.
He sounds very funny. I told him that he's a very funny man.
I'm just imagining, man. Like, I mean, listening to you and imagining, I mean, that's because he's working out every day on the radio, making
Honestly,
all of those
yeah,
things.
No, no, no. But it's not funny. It's not funny.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not funny. I had to buy a car specifically for the movement.
Yeah, I see. I see.
Yes, I had to buy a car.
But how else did
There's
you
some
want to be moving? You wanted to be flying?
no official car. We have official cars
Okay,
that
okay.
takes us around, but I had to buy a car to help me to, that it belongs to me, so it helps me move even more quicker,
Yeah. But a helicopter, man, you can
and I
just
get to
fly.
places easily. Most times, like because of what I do and how much the people believe me that
Yeah.
we're going to push for them on radio. People before, in fact, sometimes before they report to police, they report to us on
Wow.
Waka Waka. So as the police
Wow.
gets information, we get information. I don't know if you understand what
Mm.
I'm saying.
I do
The
Yeah.
actually.
police is where you report issues to, civil issues to. As they report to the police, they also report to us on Waka
Mm.
Waka. So
Mm.
I
Mashallah.
get information almost immediately. The police get information.
Mm.
So people will be like, how do you get to know all of these things? Now, let me tell you one thing. If an issue happens in Kaduna, at least 15, 20 people will call me and tell me that at so place right now, this is happening. So firsthand, I get stories, and I don't need anybody to tell me. But the extra thing I do is not be taking what the people say immediately, but going there, I drive down to be sure that this thing that they've reported is like that.
Man.
You understand?
It means that
So
yeah. Oh, sorry. It means that,
it's
man.
not easy.
Yeah, it means you're not just like a comedian. Like it's just one of the hats. It looks like you're almost, would I say, detective. You see, like for those that watch
No,
movies
no.
too much,
It's
because
called, say,
yeah.
investigative journalism.
Well, yeah, I
I
was
am an
coming to that. I was trying to
investigative
trace it to that.
journalist.
Yeah, I was trying to trace it to that, but it goes
Yeah.
beyond investigative journalism in the sense that your gears,
Yeah.
ninja, you appear there in the battleground, and then, but if you start doing that every day, it's not really like, it's like it's like when you start running every day and then running almost becomes walking. Like we should not call you a runner anymore. You see what I mean?
You call him running man.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So
just call me
something
the
like that.
Ron. I'm the Ron.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the
So
Ron
I mean, if you're doing that
itself.
all
So
the time, you see what I mean? And then people call you for all of these things. You're no more like an investigative journalist. You see what I mean? But that's
yes,
amazing, man.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Dictative.
yes. It's
Yeah.
about it's basically about community development. You
Uh-huh.
understand? It's about community development, and that's what the program stands for. You understand? That
Yeah.
morning program. So that's another part of me now.
Yeah.
Since
Mashallah.
in the afternoon we come step it down, but in the morning we get all serious.
Espresso.
Abi,
Yeah.
work
Yeah,
and play put together. Work and play put together. You do the work in the morning, you play in the evening. So you get all serious in the morning and you play in the evening. But in Nigeria, we need to get serious. In the midst of comedy, if you listen to comedy, some of the comedy materials on TV that you watch, you discover that in the midst of the comedy, small message will drop too,
Yeah. Yeah.
because the problem is still there. You're trying to get people to laugh. When they go back to the problem.
Yeah.
So you try to do some things, to get people to wake up and do what they have to do. Nigeria is a country that needs so much work done. So we're playing our part. We cannot be quiet. We're doing comedy. We cannot be quiet. We have to do the work. And I don't do it alone. I have colleagues that join me in doing it. There is a guy with me, Isaac. No, Isaac should know him. He's called Dambaju. He's
Hey,
also
Bege. Hey, Bege.
down there.
Dambaji.
Hey, Bege, we're in KSTV together now, too, now. Are you right?
Yes.
Dambaju,
He's a
yeah.
part of the
Yeah.
team. We have a
Yeah,
PJ
please, can you help us?
Dambaji.
Yeah, so can you help us bring Bege here? So, right, Brian?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
His name is
Why not?
Dambaji.
I'll bring.
Oh, that's
Eh?
his name is Dambaji.
Yes, Dambaju.
Dambaji. It
He's
sounds like
my
another
tribal
program.
person. So Dambaju means the son of Baju.
It's sort of budget.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It sounds like another program. One of these programs that.
No, it's not a program.
Okay.
I head the pigeon department. You understand? I head the pigeon
Okay,
department,
you
and
had the
I
pigeon
have,
unit. Okay, go.
Okay, okay.
yes. So I have people like Biggie working with me. There's another
Okay,
MC
Wow.
okay.
Particles working with me. There's another J Blinks working with me. There's another Mamula. That's the only female among us
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
working with me. We call her Mamula the Wise. You know,
Another wise.
Hmm.
Wow.
yeah, because of the things she do on the program and say, so it's a team put together.
Yeah.
So all of them, everybody goes to take reports based on this waka
Hmm.
waka,
Wow.
and
Hmm.
look another arm,
Look,
look
look,
waka waka look.
look. You say your eyes
Look,
there.
look,
How do you?
that's another arm. What?
You send a drone. How do you gonna look? Work?
No,
uh,
no, we like on waka waka we talk governance,
uh, uh,
and community development.
the look.
We talk real, very strong issues that relate to governance and the people. On Luku Luku, they are human angle stories, but it's all a team, that we work
All
together,
right.
and everybody goes out to take reports
Wow.
because the people call us every day.
Do you guys have another
Yeah.
program called Heri Heri? Because you
Yeri
have Waka
Yeri or
Waka,
Choppy
Luku
Choppy.
Luku was here, yeah, Choppy Choppy. So,
Yeti, yeti.
man, like
Yeti.
now when I hear this, man, I'm curious because, like you said, Nigeria needs a lot of work, and you sound like you don't talk the talk. You're not like talky talky. You're like do it. Like you tell us what you
Do we
do.
do it?
Yeah, and that shows, and because you're saying Nigeria needs a lot of work, and you're showing us all the work that you guys are doing. Now, some one of the reasons why, if you say they need a lot of work, it's probably because work is done, but you are seeing what is not yet done. So that's what makes you conclude that it needs a lot of work. But now,
Yeah.
philosophically, there are two reasons why people don't get things done. One is that they don't understand it, and then the other one is that it's so big that they can't really manage it at once, which again goes back to the first point, which is about understanding, because problem solving, you break it into smaller pieces and tackle them.
Yeah.
So now, if in that case, now I would like us to talk about like getting things done, because you guys are doing a
Okay.
lot, and it shows that you have to, there is a procedure that makes you achieve all these results. So for a start, all the achievements you've had with these programs, did you guys plan it, or is it spontaneous, or is it an evolution? Like how does all this thing work out? Is it a plan? Like can you help us understand? So those who want to also do work and see how
Yeah.
to break it down or how to manage it.
Yeah. There is a part where we plan, and there's another part that is spontaneous. The planning is what we do in the office
Okay.
before going on air with the program.
Okay.
We plan on how to help the people. If today 10 communities call us,
Yeah.
where do we go to first? That is planning, because we have to go to the people.
Yeah.
We've decided to do the job and we'll do it.
Yeah.
The spontaneous part is when the people call. You don't know where the calls are coming from.
Okay.
You just get the calls and you move. You understand? But now for me as an individual, I believe some journalists, some OAPs like me are not don't act like this. What I do basically is not believe everything you say until I confirm it.
Okay. Yeah, scientists,
Until I
man.
confirm it. Yeah. So when you
Science.
call me, for example, that in Sabo there is no road in Sabo, I don't take that from you. I say be specific.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me the whole of Sabo there is no road. Be specific. Call the name of the streets or the road that you want worked on.
Yeah.
When you call it and you let us know, we go there to see if what you've said is true. Sorry, there's a lot of noise coming from this side. There are some
That's fine.
IT girls here.
That's
All
fine.
right.
I mean, remember we're
So,
using their space, so it's not like you're in a studio. We are using your space, so they should
yeah.
knock themselves out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you understand. So we
Yeah.
don't we don't we don't accept what the people are saying
Yeah.
completely. When you complain, you must be specific. You don't just tell us the whole of Angwanrimi, there's no road, or the whole of Krumemashi, there's no road or no water. Tell us the area you are,
Mm-hmm.
because you cannot complain. You are not the spokesperson
Yeah.
of the whole of the community. You should tell us where you live and what the problem is.
Yeah.
So when you do that, we go there and we ensure that this is how it is. Now
Yeah.
we relate with the government. If you're talking about water, that in your community there is no water, or the area where you are there is no water, there's Water Corporation in Kaduna. So we link up with Water Corporation in Kaduna and tell them, how do you help us to settle this problem? Because these people are suffering. But one other thing, like in the area of water now,
Yeah.
not everybody, all fingers are not equal. Not everybody can drill boreholes in their own personal houses.
Yeah.
So what we do is we talk to people who are able to do it, to just put a tap outside the house where the people from the communities can come and fetch. You understand? And it's really working. Religious houses will drill borehole and put a tap outside, a tap or two outside. Homes, personal houses, you see taps. It's becoming a normal thing in Kaduna, where you will build your house and you will still put a tap outside. So that's a way of solving
Ah,
water
yeah, yeah.
problem.
I see. Yeah.
And
Wow.
people don't fetch from well any longer. You get from tap boreholes, clean water that you can use. So
Mashallah.
we get the complaints from the people and we follow up on it, but we must be sure what you are telling us, and we
Yeah.
link up with the government, and the government listen to us, because sometimes I go to the government house
Okay.
to physically talk to them. I think we should do this, we should do that for the people, and it's working, and we're getting results, not as much as the people want immediately,
Yeah.
but now from clap, then they enter dancing now. Small, small.
Yes, yes, yes,
Now so.
yes. Mashallah, you
Now
clap
so.
there, you start shaking your head before you
Now
know
so.
it.
Now so. Now
Wow,
so.
and
That's
this actually inspires me to think that, yeah, like that bridge between the people and the government is really required. Perhaps that's why
Yes,
in some, because this is some kind of activism. You see what I mean?
yeah.
of course,
Yeah,
of
and
course.
so I hope we can actually, a lot of people, those that want change, can actually copy this paradigm, because it makes a lot of
Now
work. Yeah, sorry,
let me
continue.
say something quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not gentle on radio. I wish I could drop maybe an episode of my program for you to listen. I'm not
Is it on
gentle
YouTube?
on radio.
I
The
could share
comedy
it.
part
So
dies.
how do we do that?
Yes,
Do you have a
I,
recorded? Do you
I
have? Can we check? Is it online so that Brian can pull it out and draw for people, or you want to do it for us live here?
no.
Anyone?
Seriously, I don't think I have a few on YouTube, but it's
Yeah.
not very active. I'm not a
Okay.
YouTuber.
Okay. All
You
right. I see.
understand?
Okay.
But
Anyway, describe it then.
I
Go on.
can, I, I
Yeah.
can get a maybe just a short one and
Yeah.
send to Isaac, and
Okay. Yeah.
you
All
can
right.
listen
All
to
right.
it,
Cool.
understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
Seriously, you cannot be gentle and get results.
All right. All right.
You,
Let's go like this. Although you said you had spontaneity, but this is radio, right? So now give us a scenario. Now I am calling you now. Give us a scenario or when you are not gentle in your programs. I call you now to say, okay, Emmak, okay, I am in Kakuri right now, and there is no light. We have paid our NEPA bills, but NEPA have come to cut our light. We went to beg them. They've come kata now for like 1 week now. We don't have light. How do you react to that? Let's see
okay,
it on radio live now on Waka
live on
Waka.
radio, man.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you say that from Kakuri, they call me. The problem they say then come cut your light and you don't pay your bill. We
Yes.
no go just allow this thing to just lie down like this, because after the program now they go straight to the NEPA office to go follow them talk, make them tell us. But you go bring your bill first to make sure, say to ensure, say you they pay your bill as at when due. But we go follow them talk. Apart from you, other people don't complain like this from that area. And now why would almost want to take them now see what you talk? Not true. We not fit allow these things to continue. For other countries, no be like that. It be. I don't know why we suffer our people for Nigeria here. So we go talk to Kaduna Electric now. Today, sure say this thing will happen. No be like that be, and if not like that be, they got to go connect to your light. But just be patient with us, because after the program, we go enter there straight. No time. We no go allow these things to continue.
So
Mashallah.
that's so correct. That's
Mashallah.
so
Wow, man. Like,
yeah.
wow. Yeah.
That is interesting. But in most times, again, I wanted to say while you are talking, most of these NEPA people, they go to the people, not just the NEPA bills, they ask for money. They ask to be bribed.
Yes.
Choco. We call it Choco in Cameroon.
Yes,
You call it choco.
Choco. It's
Chokoba,
Choco.
you should be able to
uh,
authenticate what you just said, because, like I said, my position is very sensitive
yeah.
between the people and the government, between the people and the power providers, Kaduna Electric, between the people and water providers, water corporation. You have to be sensitive. When you report to me, you have to be sure. Like, I give you an example. The people will say the NEPA people, Kaduna Electric, is asking them to contribute money and buy meter. That's not completely true. You understand? They will not tell you to contribute money from your community and buy meter, but they might be reluctant in not meter now, transformer. They will not, the electric people will not tell you to contribute money and buy transformer, but they might be reluctant in giving you transformer to the point that you get frustrated and you want to buy it yourself. You cannot
So
continue to be in
when you
that.
speak like this,
Yes.
I was just thinking that when you do this kind of when you take this kind of tax,
Yes.
in the long run, you make a lot of enemies. There is no way that you will
Of
make
course.
enemies, and you're not
Of
afraid
course.
of your life. Or let me first ask you: have you been threatened before?
We've been threatened on the program, not once, not twice. You understand? But when the threat is coming from the government, you don't fear so much.
But now then get gun, and now they get power, and I get money pass now.
Follow me now. Follow my brother. Follow me. Follow
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Just follow me. You can understand waiting the cause this coin now.
Yes.
When
Yes.
the threat is when the threat is from the government, you don't fear so much. But when the threat is from the people, you fear. You understand? You know why? You live amongst the people,
Ah.
so they can easily catch you. But when the threat is from the government, the people can protect you from the government. So it's wisdom to tilt towards the side of the people, because now, and it's just the problem. It is what it is, because the people are going through so much. It's wise to try to help the people to get. You see the bogus allowances our politicians collect in Nigeria and all of that. And the people are saying these things in the news every time. They cry to you that our senator or our House of Rep member has not come to us to deliver the good of democracy, the dividends of democracy to us. Please help us talk to them. And you talk to them, the people will be happy with you. I give you an example. There's this keke napep that they use as means of transportation in Kaduna. It's in Nigeria, but we have lots of keke napep in Kaduna. Now there's
Fine, you know
this
what keke napep is?
Is
Just
it
a minute.
is
You
it
know what
tri
keke napep
is it
is?
tricycle thing?
Yeah, tricycle
yes,
thing. Yeah, all
The
right, go.
motorized one? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't joke with me,
So that's
Isaac.
what
I know
keke
things.
napep is.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's this instruction.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where it's coming from. That there are 12 zones in Kaduna. So they've given them 12 colors, and a zone will carry a particular color. And this color is not as if they allow the keke napep riders to go paint their keke themselves. The keke napep rider will ride it to a particular area where they paint it for him at 4,000 naira or 4,000 plus. Now, I feel that is extortion. You're extorting the people.
Yeah.
This keke napep, most of them, the tricycles, most of them get these things on hire purchase. They're struggling to pay the person that's giving you this thing on hire purchase. And you're also calling these people to pay 4,000 naira, as much as 4,000 naira, to paint just the face of the keke that a paint of 1,000 naira will do. Why not allow, since these people are paying daily tax, you tax them, it's union fee and some other fee that they pay,
Yeah.
like two places, separate places. Why not allow them, make them take their own hand, paint their keke themselves? Why force them to come to a particular place where they pay 4,000 naira, as much as 4,000 naira? So these are some things that we go on air and we're loud about.
Wow.
We shout on top of our voices that this thing must not be. And the people now see, who are the people riding Keke Napep? Are they not the masses? They are the masses.
Yeah.
And we shout for these things to stop. The people will love you and the people will stand by you. So we don't fear the government because we are not witch hunting the government. We are only doing what is right.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if you're quiet, these people, these political office holders that are collecting money that is supposed to work for the people, if you're quiet and not push them, they will eat this money. They will sit on the money and eat the money. So what we do is we try to hold them responsible to the people. So when we talk on behalf of the people, they tend to release these monies and work for these people. So of course, people will hate us. People will try to do whatever thing is in their mind. But so long as we are with the people, I think we are better off that way.
Mashallah. And that's really amazing, especially if you're lucky enough to have a government that will not stretch the laws of censorship to like censor you and just shut you off. Because I'm
They
imagining,
do that a lot.
yes, so that's what I'm saying is how does one really handle that then? Because then it's like, yes, you see general with the people, but you need a shield, you need your sword, or if it's a catapult that you're using for war, or whatever instrument you're using. So how can those who want to do what you're doing, how can they protect themselves from unnecessary censorship?
The the truth is the truth.
Okay.
You understand? Based on what we do, the truth is the truth. So number one, I must ensure that I come on air with the truth. You
Okay.
don't come and lie to people or mislead the people.
Uh-huh.
If you say they are asking you people to pay for the painting of just the face of a tricycle for
Yeah.
4,000 naira, that's the truth. And when I bring it on air and I begin to shout, why must you ask these people to paint tricycle just the face for 4,000 naira? At that point they don't come for you because what you're saying is the truth. And
Mashallah.
making life easy for the people is a just thing to do, and I feel we should do it. Now, the government is Kaduna is registered with OGP now, Open Government Partnership, just like the federal government of Nigeria. Open government partnership, it should be open to the people.
Yeah.
Now, understanding that in inside of OGP, Open Government Partnership, is ease of doing business.
Yeah.
So we have a strong point
Yeah.
to stand and talk. Because if you do that to the tricycle riders community, you are
Yeah.
not being fair to them. The business is not going to be easy for them.
Yeah.
And that is why we go stand, we go talk. And at the end of the day, sometimes they listen to us. Like the traffic regulators too. We have
Yeah.
CAST layer in Kaduna.
Yeah.
CAST layer
Uh-huh.
regulates road traffic and all of that. When you break a law, they catch you, they hold you, and you pay money. Sometimes when you're holding the people unjustly, they call us into
Mashallah.
it. I ride my keke past this place. They just catch me. I don't follow one way. Do you know what one way is?
One way
You know
street.
what one way is when you drive against, like swimming against the tide. You
Oh, okay,
understand?
okay, yeah. Like if it's
You're
LA, you're
driving.
returning. If it's like
Yes,
Yes,
up, you're going down. You're
exactly.
using it for down.
yes.
You're
When
downing
when
up.
when cars are coming this way and you're driving against it,
Oh,
you're
I see.
driving one way. You
Mm.
understand? Most times you use that as shortcuts to go to where you're going. When
Yeah,
they catch you, you pay. But sometimes they just assume and catch these people, and we try to get them out from
mashallah.
the hands of the road traffic. So basically, we just try everything we can to see that we help the people. But the people have their own issues too. But we
Yeah.
try our best to see that we balance it. You are not you are not just venting against the government unnecessarily, and you don't allow the people to suffer unnecessarily.
That's
So
true.
we play a very strong middle role
Yeah.
that will help the people.
Yeah.
Yes, but when it's time to laugh, we laugh too. We do a little
Mashallah.
comic there, laugh,
Yeah.
and go on.
And
Yeah, I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I have one last doubt. Like, if they have to be painting the keke, that's almost some kind of tribalism because you are creating a tribe that they identify by color, and
This
then
man, this man, you just killed me.
for real, right? You're already creating some tribes that are identified by color. So then all kinds of
It's
isms.
not try.
Yeah.
It's not try, Brian. That's not true.
I
That's
mean,
not true.
look at it this way.
Like,
If you say only those with this color they come from this area, that's almost like a
yeah,
tribe, right? That their essence is the color. So isms will now
yeah,
start arising like racism and stuff because of tribalism. This guy will say, no, this red man that is from this angle should not pass where it is right. So I'm just saying that's a recipe
yes.
for that kind of chaos.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. The communities are separated by highways.
Okay. All right.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
And keke tricycles is on three legs. It's on three legs as against a proper car that is on four legs. So you
Yeah.
don't expect a tricycle to drive on highways. You
Okay.
understand? Just the wind of a, yes, just the wind of a trailer can push it off. You know, so
Yeah. Right.
yeah, it's a way of restricting their movements. When you get, if you are in this community, I
Yeah.
said the communities are separated by highways. So
Yeah.
if you drive to the highway, you stop there. So the other person at the other side of the highway takes the person into the other community. You understand? It's a way of separating them. Now the colors, there is a zone that is painted red, another
Yeah.
zone is painted blue, another zone is painted green or black.
Yeah.
You understand? Whatever paint is, they are mixed. They are mixed in tribe. They're mixed in religion.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Brian, there's nothing like tribalism. Don't bring that leg to come. There's
Yeah,
nothing
I
like
get it. I get
tribalism.
it. I get it. I get it. But anyway, that's a. I mean, you guys are doing.
But just to understand it, right, Brian,
Yeah.
we can ask to say why did the government come up with that policy? Just so people that
The
don't know will
policy,
also get to know.
like I said, I don't know. I've not read the policy
Yeah.
thing, the document. So but what I know, because I spoke with the traffic regulators, what I know is it's a way of stopping them from driving, from riding on the highways. You
Okay.
understand? And also restricting them to where they are registered, so they don't go all over the
Okay.
town.
Like localizing it. Okay.
You know, they can be
Okay,
very, I don't know how to
so
put it now.
everybody remains in his
There are so
territory.
many. Yeah, I'm with you, Isaac.
Yeah, so that everybody remains in his own zone, in his own community, so that they don't
Yes,
get crowd on the main traffic and the
and
city
not
that's
cluster the main roads, the
okay.
major roads. You don't cluster the major roads. Yeah.
So
Okay.
if I'm from the
So
red,
that's the
if
reason.
I'm from the red factor, and then there is no traffic, like I'm not making money, and then my neighbor has a Hilux. I can carry my
Yeah.
red this and put it and go to the blue zone, and then
You
so I
pay,
cannot
so
go and
you
work.
pay another 4K.
Okay, another
You pay
4K.
another 4K to paint to blue.
So the red cannot actually go to the blue. Man, I see.
No,
I
no,
see.
no. You don't go there. Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
go there.
you see,
That's
that's
it.
that word that I was trying to say that like it's like tribes, right? Like it's a business. Anyway, it means it's not like a free market like in those places. So if things are bad at this end, it's like having states. Let's say I'm here in Maryland and some kind of business is flowing in Virginia, which is just beside me. I could be an Uber driver. And then I just drive
Yeah,
there. I hear that there's traffic. A lot of people work there. I just drive there and they start dropping people and make a couple of bucks. But anyway,
yeah.
if it's surviving, then I think all is fine. Well,
It's actually new.
okay, I see. Man, I mean,
It's
like,
actually new, so the people are learning it.
I mean, like, I know Nigerians don't joke with business.
Is that Biggie?
No, that's not Bege. Bege has gone. He left since like
Okay,
6 p.m. Nigerian time.
okay,
Mashallah.
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Brian.
Yeah,
I guess we have taken a lot. We've spent almost two
yeah,
hours talking now.
yeah, right.
Uh, this is the Brian. Are there questions or comments, or we begin to wrap
No,
up? He says his last bit and
no,
we run.
but a shout out to Helen Isaac Abrak. Thanks for participating. So she said the six packs comedian law. Just a comment, and I mean this is Friday to me. This sounds like Friday. I feel like I've decongested, I've relaxed. Thanks, Mac, for your time. Thanks for your
Thank you
grace.
so much.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
can
thanks.
consider this the first out of like countless number of episodes. You see, since you see mathematics, you said mathematics was not important. Now we have like an
No,
infinite number of.
Brian, I didn't say that.
Oh,
I didn't
sorry,
say
you
that. I
didn't
just
like
said
it. Yeah.
What
I
did you
don't
say?
like mathematics. I say I don't like mathematics. I
You
don't
don't
like
like
them because I
mathematics.
know learn them from
Yeah, yeah,
No, we
right.
why we
So,
do.
sorry about that. So
Yes.
I was saying, Isaac, that this is like the first episode out of a countless or almost a
Yeah,
infinite number. So I felt like I was using mathematics. You
yeah,
see,
yeah.
so yeah, so this is like the first episode of a countless number of episodes. We're really grateful, and to those that listen to us, thanks for participating. This is a community that will try to disseminate quality information, and this one with Emmak is an epitome of that. So thank you all. Thanks, Isaac. Thanks everyone. Isaac, over to you. You can close.
Yes, Emma, this is quite very interesting to understand that one can use his talents, of comedy, of making people laugh,
Yeah.
to not just, psychologically unwind them, but to also fight. To also fight for human rights, and to also bring the government and the people together to enhance the good governance and good communication between the two people that make up the state. That is very commendable. We like to say here that you can see the level of participation. You can see people are happy to be here. We want to tell you that Topoh Spaces is open for you.
Yeah.
Please, even if we don't invite you again, anytime you have anything that you want to say, that maybe you are tired of saying it in your program, or you don't want to say it in your program, or you have said it in your program, you still want to share it with the world, because you speak for Kaduna and in Nigeria, but we are basically Pan-Africa, right? We have people all over Africa that are listening to us, that are following us, particularly.
Okay.
So, if you have something that you want to share with Africans, this is the community. Because if you heard when Brian was trying to take you through, he's taking you through so that other countries in Africa can also borrow from what you are doing. Other UAPs in Africa can also borrow from what you are doing, because we lack leadership, we lack good governance in Africa, right?
Yeah.
So if we have individuals coming to fill in this space and doing what you're doing in Cameroon, in Uganda, in Mali, in Sierra Leone, in Kenya, these are I'm sure you'll be happy when people learn from your model.
Yeah, sorry, I just lost.
Nepa.
Okay, NEPA. Is it NEPA? So
Yes. No, we're
we are
switching.
saying that
Can
you can
you?
always come back anytime. Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you. I really appreciate. Let me just go where I can see you and you see me.
Good.
Yeah, I'm happy to expand what I'm doing in Kaduna and in Nigeria to the rest of Africa and the world in general. I did very, very happy. And when issues stay where I feel saying as something where we need to bring on Topoh space, I they tell you I no go hesitate, we go bring them come. So that we can talk the talk here. And I believe from everywhere we can get solutions that we use where we are. Thank you so much for bringing me on.
Yeah, thank you too. Thanks very much.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks. Loretta says thanks, Emmak, for the beautiful show.
Yes.
So, yeah, thanks. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, have a good one until we meet again.
A goodie.
Yeah.
A goodie, say.
Yeah.